been going since then?
It's been going good. Going back to Sweden and practicing a lot and just having a good time. But it's good to be over here. Like I've been here for 5 days and I love the city so far. So this is the only time.
All right, I gotta ask before we get into hockey, what's with the Yankee cap, Alex? Come on, man.
Go Yankees! Go Yankees!
I'm sorry about that. I gotta throw it away afterwards.
All right, obviously there's so much enthusiasm off of last year. I know the team brought you up so you could be around the team during the playoff push and everything else. Talk about what that did for you, first of all, and what kind of motivation, maybe extra motivation that gave you, just to see all that stuff happen.
It was a big thing, you know. I've never been to a playoff game before, so coming here and meet all the guys and see how their team works and watch the game there when we turn the game around and the goal winning by Felina. So it was a good time, and of course that motivated me a lot to want to be there.
For a young guy like yourself, you will turn 20 next month. Oh, look at this. Look at this right here. For a young guy like yourself, what does that enthusiasm from last year's playoff run, how does that impact you? I mean, does it just make you more motivated than ever to get up here and get with this club, or what does it do for you?
Yeah, I mean, when you watch the games, you want to be involved in the game, you want to be there, you want to feel the atmosphere and be nice. So for me, that meant a lot for me, see what happened works. So hopefully next year I will be involved in that.
And I think I asked you this question during Dev Camp. This summer was different than last summer because last summer you didn't really have an expectation that you were going to come in and bang, be on the NHL roster. I would imagine it's a little bit different for you this summer. You're thinking, well, maybe there's a shot, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Otherwise it wouldn't be. I want to make the team, so this year, just looking forward to get to Traverse City and play some games, and after I want to make the team after the main camp. So it's going to be a great time.
Traverse City is next, of course. Wouldn't it be great if we could all go? Wait, another presentation from the Arch City Army.
This is our way of welcoming every new team member to Blue Jackets. You get another official member of the Arch City Army. Just look up 227 when you're on our ice. We'll be cheering you all 60 minutes, man.
The Arch City Army, they keep the energy in that building on every single night. Alex, what specifically do you feel like you need to show the coaches to maybe impress them enough to say, okay, here's a spot for you on this team?
I gotta work hard. That's the main thing. But I want to bring some skills to the game. So just play my type of game. I see I'm gonna play wing or center. You can see that at the camp. But just want to go in there, do my best, and hopefully score some goals.
Absolutely, because we know you can score some goals. Now, how many of you saw what these guys did during Dev Camp out on the river, out on the reservoir? They were rowing pools, and Alex's boat won the whole thing. Talk about that experience of rowing on the river with your teammates.
That was hard. Teamwork. But guys going in different phase. So at the end we find each other teamwork, but at the beginning we struggled a lot. But we wanted. That's what we're going for. Did 3 races just going hard, and after we exhausted. It was a fun time.
And then they came and had scrimmages in the arena, so that was an exhausting game. I couldn't imagine rowing for hours and then coming out and playing hockey that night. That had to be a tough thing.
Yeah, it was tough, but we love playing on, so it was just fun to play a couple of games there. But like I said, I won the tournament as well, so I was 2 of 2.
That was awesome. All right, Mike Todd, out in the crowd. We got some questions here from our Blue Jackets faithful. If you've got a question, come over and see Mike. What do you got right now, Mike?
All right, question, yes sir. What's the difference between your home country and this one? What's the biggest thing you've noticed?
Biggest difference between being in Sweden and Stockholm and being here?
It's a bit different, but I've only been here for a couple of days, so I'm actually nervous here, but people love the town, and I love the fans. I actually was the college football game last night, so that was awesome.
All right, so have you gotten to know, at least familiarize yourself a little bit with the Buckeyes and what that whole thing is about?
Yeah, I forgot to wear a shirt yesterday. I have a Buckeye shirt watching games, so I'm involved. It was fun and it was fun, so
that's okay, because Because our goal eventually is to have people thinking about the Blue Jackets first and then the Buckeyes second. If any of you repeat that, I will have to admit it. Just so you know. All right, Traverse City is coming up next. What's the goal in Traverse City? I know it's a prospects tournament. A lot of young guys. What's the goal of it?
I mean, of course, we want to win. I mean, it's a preseason, but you want to win every game. So, but you need a lot of new guys. You have to play real games with them. So, for me, just take some experience out of it and just play with us and show like everybody is watching about
You know what I like about that is Alex says it. Scott Hartwell wanted to know it before he got here. Win, win, win. That's what's most important. Mike Todd, what do you got?
All right, got another young man here with a question for Alexander. Go ahead, sir.
Alex, you're my favorite prospect. I hope you may continue this year. I just wanted to know, are you planning on wearing number 41 because I really want to get your jersey when it comes out?
I don't know actually. I just got the form, but I'm actually hoping to get number 10. I don't know. I'll see you that.
Number 10. I wouldn't mind seeing that either. That'd be all right.
Doesn't matter what it's on the back. They won't have it on, right?
All right, so Traverse City and then training camp comes. So how do you expect training camp to be different from Dev Camp?
I talked to a lot of guys and asked them like, what's the big difference? But this guy is just I don't actually know what to expect. I guess it's all practicing and guys competing with each other, like small ones and fast, but just trying to enjoy it and just like be in good shape to go.
Alex, you're not yet 20 years old and you're living far away from your hometown, your home country and everything else. What kind of adjustment is that for you? Because I know when I was 19, there's no way I could have done it. What kind of adjustment is that for you?
I mean, I get a little better on hockey. That's one of my best
He
things.
wants to, I mean, he wants to ask if he was an honorary member of the CBJ Avengers, what hero would he be?
I remember at the time, 2 summers ago, I was talking to your dad, and one of the questions that your dad asked me was, do they have any good golf courses over there? Your father must be a pretty good golfer. He wants to know about Central Ohio golf.
Yeah, I mean, all family golfers, like everybody loves it, and I tell you something, you gotta show something on the golf course out there. There's a lot of guys that are like,
really good golf courses. Mike, are you ready? Are you out there working still? You got another fan?
Jessica, you don't have a question? You don't want to ask Alexander how to stay so cute or anything like that?
How does your skin stay so clear?
I didn't know what you say.
She wanted to know, how does his skin stay so clear? We're going to strike that
How does
question.
your skin stay so good? That's a vital question that all hockey fans want to know. How do you keep your skin so nice?
We've stumped him! Alexander, talk real quick about, at the end of camp, you guys had that grueling tournament where it was 3 teams against each other. Talk about that experience. You know, normally you've got breaks and whatnot and things like that, but that really challenged everyone physically, I would think. Is that right?
I mean, that was also a fun thing to do after camp, to play video games, but like, the game was pretty soft, but the guys really wanted to win, so getting in the series, so yeah, it was just fun. We were pretty excited after the rowing, but we love playing hockey, so it's cool.
You know what? It doesn't matter when you're doing something that you love. Mike, you and I have spent a long time since we were 20, but you know, when you're young, you can go for a while. By the way, so far my best line that I've heard from anybody out there in the crowd is, Alex, you're my favorite prospect. You know how many times I said that when I was in college? You're my favorite prospect. What do you got, Mike?
All right, I've got Iron Jacket here from the CBJ Avengers. What is your question, sir?
If you were to be an honorary member of the CBJ Avengers, what hero would you be?
You could be a superhero. Which superhero would you be? That's a good question.
I might say Superman, right?
Superman?
I don't know.
He's just saying that because he's wearing the If my superpower could be eat a lot and not gain weight, that would be my superpower.
I would like that one myself.
Yes.
All right, unless you got another question, I'll just finish it up with one simple one. What are some of your favorite things about this city? I know you haven't been here a whole lot. In the time that you've been able to spend around town, what are some of your favorite things about Columbus?
Most of like people around there, everybody's so polite, you know, you talk to like people and like go to the restaurant and just it's not like the biggest city, but I feel like it's connection. Everybody loves each other and like sports and I love it.
It is a great sports town, and I would imagine, you know, I talked to Matt Calvert last week. He lives way up in Brandon, Manitoba. He said that more and more people around his town were talking about the Blue Jackets. Does it make its way all the way over to Sweden? Are people there aware of what's going on and the team that you're going to play for? Is there some good awareness?
It's getting bigger. Back in Sweden, you know, it's always been like Detroit, you know, with all the Swedes, but I think it's grown a lot, and I actually have a lot of Columbus fans back home, so yes, I do think something like Sweden, I'm going to wear all these things.
The Orange City Army is going to get back over to Stockholm. That's awesome. Anything else for you guys? Let's hear it for Alex Wennberg.